Hey guys, welcome back to the Hardcore Fishing Career Mode in Stormworks. Today we are going to be transporting fuel from up there down to here so that we can actually store more fuel, and then eventually we can fly it back all the way down here to our outpost. This is actually kind of vital because we are running out of diesel down there. It says 147 litres, but realistically that is much less than that. Anyway, let's get our truck out, get our trailer with our container out, and drive it up the hill, fill it up, bring it back down, empty it, and maybe we'll do that like 3 times or so. If I can afford it, actually. Alright, so there it is. There's our pickup truck, which is the lifted version, which means that this doesn't actually touch the floor, which is funny. And then obviously we've got our container back here. This one does have our ramps on the back, which, again, we don't really need. But let's go ahead and drive up the hill and fill this thing up. And here we go! So let's go ahead and drive out of here. Yes. And now we're going to have to drive up the hill somehow. Now, before I was going this way in our truck. And I say before, I mean in my previous actual series. That was a while ago. But yeah, I ended up going up there. So let's see if this truck will do it any easier than the last one. And the last one did struggle a little bit. But let's see. So... drive? Yeah, nah, this is fine. This is going to deal with this actually completely fine. Okay, awesome. Well, anyway, now we're at the top. The buy point is literally right here. Let's go ahead and fill up. I almost forgot. We do actually need to go into here to grab the hose because there are no hoses on the trailer. Actually, we didn't need to do that because there's hoses there. But still, that's fine. Anyway, so one of these is in and one of these is out, and I can't remember which one is which. I'm assuming this one is actually going to be it. Why? Have I not updated this? I'm so confused. Okay, let's just try it anyway. So if I connect that to there and I press this button. Yeah, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. What if I do this? Yeah, that's not going to work either. Okay, right. Let's leave this here. We'll go redo this, I guess, and go from there. Okay, so it is all seemingly connected together, however, it's not actually connected downwards. So all of this was connected together, but none of this was actually connected down to anything else. So now we have sort of fixed that, which is good. Yeah. It's weird that that was a problem anyway. Okay, I was just thinking about it a little bit, and I was thinking, well, you know, it'd make more sense if this thing was bigger as well, so let's go ahead and just make it bigger. We're going to grab this all the way out to there, pretty much. Go to the other side. We're going to go ahead and copy it. Yes. Move it forwards and paste it onto here. And although it's bigger, it's not, like, too much bigger. Let's go ahead and delete all of this in the center. Delete all of this guy. And... oh, not quite. There we go. All of that. And all of this. And all of that. And there we go. So there should be no holes in this, which there aren't. And that is mighty fine. Let's go again. Coming in from a different side this time. Let's go ahead and park up and see what happens this time. So, what I'm thinking we do is we turn on the brakes on the actual truck. We then have to do this. We have to trim on the brakes on the back, which is silly, but that worked. And now what we need to do is fill it in. So, that does work. Let's go ahead and grab this, connect this to here and to there. And it's filling. Okay, we have 75,000 so far. And this is filling really quickly. Whilst we're filling up this a little bit more, let's go ahead and go to research real quick and research one of the things that I wanted before we go fishing. And that is medium modular engines or large boats. The large boats is for the large propeller, and obviously the medium engines is because these engines are just cool. So, I think we'll go with the medium engines first. And that should be fine. Alright, yeah, there we go. So let's do that. 15,000 litres should be good. We've spent a lot of money, so let's go ahead and shove that back in there. And, yeah, let's take this down the hill, I guess. And here we go. So the way I'm going to do this, I could actually return it to the workbench already, but I wanted to see what this would be like, trying to actually traverse down here. If I use the brakes, it does work, but it still slides. So that's not amazing, but... it is able to get down here. Let's try and get back up with all of this extra weight. Alright, here we go. Trying to get back up the hill with a bunch of weight in the back. I'm just going to go ahead and floor it and see what happens. Yeah, okay, right. So the problem is, we don't actually have the traction to get up there, which is unfortunate, really. If I just set this very low, maybe like 40. Let's see if we can just do it like slowly. Slowly does it, come on. 60? No, as soon as the back wheels get on there, it doesn't want to move. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So the truck is powerful, it's just not grippy enough, I don't think. It might not even be heavy enough either. I know that sounds weird, but I don't think there's enough weight on the wheels to actually push them down to make sure it'll move forwards. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring it back up here, and we'll return it to the workbench, and hopefully, instead of 4,000 litres, we'll have 20,000 litres? 19,000 litres. Here we go. Return to the workbench, exit out of here, let's have a quick little look, and 19,000 litres. Not bad. Alright, so we got the fuel up there, now we need to get the fuel from here down to here? Yeah, that's gonna take some time, and I don't know what we can actually use in order to do that. Unless we have 16,000 litres of fuel. What if our boat, our fishing boat, can make it from here all the way down to there whilst fishing? Idea! Let's go to sleep until we got modular engines, and then maybe we could actually give that a go. Okay, we've unlocked it, which is nice. Let's go down to the side, and I guess we could just... We could just put a big engine in there? I guess? This is a plane. Here's the ship. Alright, cool. So if we go down here, we've obviously got a very, very tiny engine. In fact, two. And when I say tiny, these things are not tiny. They're actually really big, but still. Let's go ahead and just delete everything down here, and we're going to rebuild from the ground up, because I feel like that's going to be easier than anything else. Alright, get rid of this. There we go. All of this, and all of this. Yes. There we go. It's going to take some time, obviously, but eventually we'll get there. So delete those as well. Okay. And I guess delete the clutch. Okay, so we now have room to build a big old engine. So if we go to modular, yes, we go to these guys, crankshafts. I think the way this is going to work is we're going to go and put this in here like this. We're then going to do another one. Actually, no, delete those. We're going to have them further back, or further forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And 7. No, we'll just go with 6. That's going to be 6 cylinders. They're going to be huge. So if we shove this under here like this, there's 1. We don't really have enough room for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, yeah, we don't really have enough room for this. But let me go and attach the rest of this together, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so, in theory, we're in a situation right now where this will work. I don't know if I believe it, but yeah. Before we actually start this thing, though, I would like to move this clutch backwards, probably just once. Here we go, cut it, move it this way, paste it. Same on this side. Here we go, because what I need is the ability to figure out how much... and what the temperature is, I should say. So if I type in engine, yes, we need one of these. I'm going to shove that on there like that. Don't think it matters which way around that is. We then need a temp sensor. There we go, on both engines, and that's it. That's literally it. Alright, there she is. Is it going to make it all the way down to our base? The answer is probably no. The issue with driving all the way down there as well is if we can't... which we can't, actually return this, then this boat is actually going to have to stay down there. and that's a problem, probably. But, it's, you know, a place where we can sell fish, so 20 kilometers, let's see what she does. Oh, before we do that though, I want to grab a handle really quickly, just these guys. I'm actually going to go ahead and shove a handle onto the back of literally all of these. Whether it's a good idea or a bad idea, it's just something I'm gonna do. We'll shove one on there, we'll shove one on here, we'll shove one on there, we'll shove one on here, and on there, and on there, and that's all good. Yes. Okay, so the main reason for that is because sometimes they get stuck on the deck, and that's bad. So hopefully with those handles, we can just push them off. Oh, and you guys might be complaining that there are no lights. Nah, we've got one light on the boat. This is like limping a really, really old, abandoned boat somewhere that you just shouldn't. But, yeah. Is the engine gonna work? Let's see. Ah! Whoa, this thing is, like, fast now. Okay, right. How much fuel are we gonna use by doing this? Probably quite a lot. Apparently it can only store 7,000 anyway. But we are going, like, pretty fast. Okay, this is a bit mad, but I'm sure it's fine. Are we gonna make it with this much fuel? I don't know. Anyway, we need to fish. Why is this here? Oh my, these things are having issues. Ooh. Okay, right, twist it to the side. The other side, there we go. Chuck it out. Other way. Alright, we've chucked it overboard. That's fine, I guess. I think we might be going a little bit fast for that. Let's go ahead and slow down a little bit, because this is actually way too quick. There, right. Is that better? Is that better for our fuel too? Probably. Right, so that is overboard, and that's okay. I now need to chuck this guy over the edge of this. If possible. There we go, that's gone. We now need to swing this off to the side. And chuck it down. Just like this. Okay, right. We might need some sort of system for that. A little bit better, but we'll see. Anyway, let's extend that. And extend this. And... sure, they are extending. Which is pretty much what you want to see. This one has gone inside the vehicle again, which sucks. Let's go ahead and stop extending this one. Stop extending this one. And if I press 4... should I actually lower it down? And in fact, actually, even though it is extended quite far, this still looks bad. So... although, now that I'm actually extending that, it's going sideways rather than down. Are we going to catch any fish by doing this? That one side, the net looks great, but... I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. The fish on this side? Yeah, that's not great either. Anyway, let's see what this does. So press 4 again. And we're going to see if we can get the net to the same sort of standard on this side. Although actually, we're going the wrong way, so let's continue going that way too. Okay, so the issue on this side is obviously that there's one piece stuck inside of there, and it actually did this last time too. It just gets stuck, which really, really does suck. But this net is actually out quite far, and we have already caught some fish. So, I've tried to retract this other one as much as I sort of can, except I need to now reel it in. Hoping that it will actually pop out of there, but I don't see that happening. Oh, never mind, it actually has done its job. That is excellent. Right, let's go ahead and extend it. I think that's happening. There we go, it's extending, very nice. And hopefully it'll be extended enough where we can catch fish on this side too. Okay, so our nets are down, we are on course to actually get to where we need to go. However, there is a siren going off, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I do need a new flashlight, so let's go and drop that one on the floor. And I did put some equipment in here downstairs. We've got a rifle, we've got some welders, a fire extinguisher, we've got a bunch of first aid kits, which are actually very useful. Let's go and drop this guy on the ground, pick that one up there, and put that one there. Alright, cool. So now when we go back upstairs, yeah, let's close this up. We are 16 kilometers away, our temperatures are looking somewhat okay, our fuel is actually fine as well, and our speed is okay. To be fair, we haven't got the best setup here. Obviously the gear ratios could change with how big this engine is and stuff like that, but it is working, and the temperatures are okay, everything's fine. Battery seems to be going down too, and actually I don't really have a generator, so we need to watch out for that. Look at how bouncy these are, by the way. I feel like we could actually extend these and make them a little bit bigger. Maybe in the future, I'm not sure. Also, side note, I don't really know how much depth I should be having on these guys, because to be fair, these are actually quite far down below the boat. Not like too far. We just missed that fish. I actually just seen us miss a fish. But yeah, they're extended pretty much as far as they can go. They are overlapping quite a bit, and that's why I want to extend it out. But, yeah, I don't know. The overlap is fine, I suppose. Okay, not gonna lie, I wasn't actually expecting really rough seas, but we are in rough seas. So, we're gonna have to deal with those, apparently. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting a little bit terrifying. Look at how much this boat moves when a wave hits it. It's like... you know, I don't know whether I'm gonna actually survive the next 12 kilometers. It is worth saying, though, we've only used about 1,000 liters to get how far were we? 8 kilometers, which, to be fair, is a lot of fuel, but... yeah, I don't know, that's a lot of fuel, actually. That's true. Yeah, this isn't good. I thought I was gonna add a bed to this, but unfortunately, I don't actually think I did. Also, being downstairs is awful. Look at how wavy this is. It's like bouncing around all over the place. Okay, so we made it. We actually did make it. We've used... I don't know how much we actually legit started with, but let's say 3,500 liters of fuel. And we did have our nets down the entire time. So how many fish did we end up catching? Well, I want to check that out when it's daytime. So we're going to have to wait quite a while to actually figure that out. But in order to do that, what we're going to do is just leave this right here in the water. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and turn everything off, including this light. There we go. And I'm going to go sleep in one of the beds over there somewhere. Hopefully not die. And then come back and we'll work it out. Oh no. Please say there's a bed in here. Yeah, there's a bed in here. Nice. All right, let's move that out the way. Move this chair out the way. And let's go to sleep until daytime. I can't believe I ran all this way just for that. It took me ages. And now we just got to run all the way back out to our boat over there. But that's fine. Let's do it. Okay, we swam all the way back, and now we are at the vessel. If I go upstairs in here and go out the back, we now need to actually somewhat lift these things up. So, let's go ahead and press retract on this one, press retract on this one, and hopefully they are, in fact, retracting. We're also going to go ahead and raise it up by pressing 5. And we're also going to do the same thing on this side. And there we go. So they're retracting together, and they're both raising together. And now all we need to do is plonk all the fish in there. Hopefully. Okay, we've got an issue that I didn't think we were going to have today, but we have this issue anyway. So, as you guys can see, we're listing quite heavily, and that's because this guy right here is stuck underneath the floor. Because, you know, it can never go smoothly. Like, ever. So, how am I even going to try and combat that? I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe I could just turn the engine on. Oh, has that worked? Okay, it seems to have actually fixed itself. Well, that's good. Alright, cool. Well, keep retracting so that it actually comes in. Which I believe is 2. There we go. That is actually working. And then go on this side and press 2 as well. That one doesn't appear to be working. Oh, now it is. There we go. And we seem to have actually caught a decent amount of fish. I think. I mean, it looks alright. Look at that. There's quite a few fish in there. Anyway, whilst the other side is getting up here, we're going to go ahead and try and lift this guy up and move it over. Here we go, which is not something I've even attempted to try yet. And then we just need to dump it. So if I press 3, we are dumping fish. There you go, all the fish have been dumped. Okay, that's interesting. We now need to do the same thing on the other side. So if I essentially just bring this over, lift it up whilst doing that, which doesn't seem to be happening. I can't lift it. Oh, I can't lift it. Why can't I lift it? I'm just going to try and pull it, but... ugh. Alright, pulling it did sort of work. Why can't I lift this thing up? What's happening? It won't do it. It actually won't do it. This is not good. I'm gonna try and, like, whack it past this, but I think we're sort of done for here. This is not good. Why has this happened? Okay, I've just swung it around a little bit and we've managed to get it to this point, and that's kind of all we need to do. So let's go ahead and drop all the fish out of here. There we go. And we'll see how many fish we caught. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be that, like, impressive. But let's just jump down there and see. So, we've got 1 perch. And then in this one, we've got 3 labras, 2 mackerel, 4 perch, 3 pike, 4 red mullets, 1 salmon, 3 sea bream, and 2 snook. Alright, well, I mean, that's kind of interesting. Unfortunately, that is a bit broke. And I would say that I think if we were actually to go in the shallower waters, maybe even through here, we'd catch more fish than going through the deep water. I'm almost certain that is the case. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back inside of this thing and see if we can sell them. Alright, so currently we have 23,000 essentially, and I'm trying to vacuum them up through that, but I don't think we can actually reach. So unfortunately what I think is happening is because this can't get anywhere near this, we're gonna have to actually lift them all in, which is gonna take not very long because we didn't actually get that many, but like that's still annoying. Alright, here we go, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yeah, so we might have to come up with like a different way of actually being able to sell these, but we can probably do that. I can't remember how much money we had before, but I'm sure we will be able to figure it out in the end. There we go, one there. Awesome. 25,514. I think we were at 23,000, so we made like 2k. That's probably not enough to actually pay for our fuel. But, yeah. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, I guess. I also don't know whether our fish are on, like, maximum spawns or not, which is an issue when you're doing a fishing series. Because if they're not on, like, maximum spawns, what am I supposed to do? You know? Alright, well anyway, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series as it is. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, where we try and figure out more things. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching, see you next time, goodbye.